Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You came to the right place if you needed the right information to get in great shape. Today we're going to go over exercises. I don't think people realize how important the exercises you choose play into what physique you can build, as well as, but also how you can perform in the long run. So do me a favor and take notes. Take notes of everything we're about to go over. We about to go over these exercises, and these are exercises that I personally feel as though everyone should be doing when it comes down to their resistance training. So the first thing I'm gonna put up key exercises. These are very key exercises, right? And I'm gonna explain each and every one of these exercises. I'm gonna explain each and every one of these exercises. The first exercise, believe it or not, that I personally think is very, very important is going to be burpees. Ooh, I know some of y'all ain't want to hear that. I know some of y'all ain't want to hear that. The reason why I personally think burpees are very important. One, it's going to allow you to build a stronger body. Second, it also works on your cardiovascular endurance. And three, a lot of people don't realize one thing that's going to be very challenging that you may take for granted right now, that you're going to pay a lot of attention to as we get older, is being able to pick yourself up off the ground. For all of my fit people, they might say, "Oh, well, D, burpees is easy for me," but I do want you to understand, I've been training for a long time, and I've seen people struggle with just doing 5 burpees. I'm not talking about modified. I'm talking about regular burpees. This is the main reason why I said burpees is going to be something that you need to do. This is a exercise that everybody needs to work on. I'm not saying that you need to be able to do 100 burpees in under 2 minutes. That's not where we're going with this. But being able to knock out a simple set of 10, being able to knock out a simple set of 20, being able to knock out at least 50 is going to be a complete game changer when it comes down to your life and lifestyle. I want y'all to understand, even though I'm in great shape, it's not just about having nice abs and nice arms. I need you to be prepared for life and what life throws at you. Being in shape is going to be that much harder the older we get. Another reason why we need to make sure we watch what we eat, as well as make sure we give the body adequate amount of rest. But once again, when it comes down to these exercises, because they are breaking the body down, but they're allowing the body to memorize these movements to get that much stronger to be ready and prepared for whatever life throw at you. So my number one exercise is going to be burpees. You need to be able to know how to knock out burpees, good form, good technique, jump included, perfect plank at the bottom. Always remember that. But burpees is something that everybody should be able to do. I don't want to hear it. Oh, I got this going on. Oh, I got that going on. You need to work to being able to do at least 10 burpees. I said what I said. Second exercise is going to be a shocker for most, but people don't realize how hard it is to actually do this. Run. The older we get, the more stagnant most of our lifestyles become. So I want us to understand being able to run is going to be very important. I personally feel as though everybody should be able to run at least 1 mile with no hesitations. I don't give a shit if it take you 15 minutes to knock out this mile. You should be able to knock out at least 1 mile. You should be able to run. I don't hear nothing about my knees hurt, my lower back hurt. This is why we need to make sure we're incorporating resistance training. The stronger we get the muscles around, well, the stronger we get the overall body. We ain't gonna just say the muscles in particular areas, but the stronger we get the entire body, then guess what? The easier it is for us to be able to run. I honestly believe, I don't give a shit if you 40, I don't care if you 30, I don't care if you 20, I don't care if you 50. You should be able to do a light jog without having to stretch, foam roll, and do all this other stuff. I'm actually going to add a little thing to it with the mile, is that everybody should be able to sprint. Sprinting is very important. Sprinting is very important. It shows that you got weak hamstrings, weak lower back. Always understand, sprinting is going to be something that everybody should be able to do. You might need to warm up for sprint. I don't think you should have to warm up for running. You should be able to knock out a small run. I'm not saying you don't need to warm up for a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, 5 miles. But what I'm saying is, if you got a little slight jog or something to that nature, you should be able to just get at it. You shouldn't have to do all this extra stretching and doing, unless you've been working out a lot. But just a day to day, like if your kid run off on you or something like that, you shouldn't have to stretch to go catch your child. Another reason why, once again, you should be able to run at least 1 mile with ease, as well as be able to sprint up a hill with ease. These are things we need to work on. Don't shoot the messenger. Pay attention to the message. You need to be able to sprint, and you need to be able to run for a mile. So, like I said, exercise number 2 is going to be running. Number 3 is going to be pull-ups. Everybody loves to talk about push-ups, but I've seen people that can bench 315, squat 400 pounds, but they can't even give you 5 pull-ups. It sounds crazy, but you'll be surprised of how difficult it is to actually do a pull-up. I think women should be able to do at least one, and every man, my grown ass men, I don't want to hear no excuses. You should be able to knock out at least 10 pull-ups. 10. Minimum I'll give you is 5, depending on how much you weigh and how tall you are. But you should be able to knock out at least 10. You're for at least one set of 10. I'm not saying 5 sets back to back of 10. At least one set clean of 10 pull-ups. Pull-ups is a very overlooked exercise. And a lot of people don't realize how much strength is required to do a pull-up. Another reason why pull-ups is on this list. You should be able to do, once again, a minimum of 5, but you'll be able to do one set of at least 10 pull-ups with ease. With ease. So do me that favor and understand one thing. If you start getting and incorporating these exercises, you'll be able to live a very easy lifestyle. Because the thing, and the reason why I say easy lifestyle, is because when we feed the body things that are challenging, the body will adapt. Same concept. If you was working out like crazy and then you stop working out, the body adapts to the inactivity. So I need us to understand that it's not always about doing more than somebody else and all this other stuff. Once again, when it comes down to our fitness journeys, it's you versus you at the end of the day. But I need us to understand one thing. We should be able to do all of these exercises with ease. I don't want to hear no excuses. Remember, excuse is only a reason for not doing something. If it's valid for you, it's valid for you. But that shit ain't valid for me. Let's make sure we're able to do at least all of these key exercises with good form and good technique. I'm going to catch you in the next video.